Hi again, welcome to another video. I have actually got a unboxing video coming up with lots of stuff. This is just one item in here, and I'm going to make a separate video of this. So before I say anything about it, I'm going to unwrap it and then we'll have a look at it. I bought it originally. It sent me an offer that I could have it cheaper, and originally he wouldn't send it, but obviously you can see he has, so we'll see what it is in a minute. I'm pretty sure I know what it is. I'm almost certain I know what it is. There we go, let's put that down there, get rid of the main box. Can you guess yet? Let me try and work out what way round it goes. I'm hoping it's that way. So, yeah, let me just see if I get a bit better light on it. Sorry about that, I should have done that from the beginning, but there you go. I'm hoping all parts are here so I can do a little, actually it's the other way around, it's got to go. So I can do a little follow-up video of this. Watch my finger with that sharp knife. A bit grubby. Can you make up what it is yet? You can now. You make out an engine. Do you know what it fits? Well, if you've been watching my videos, you'll probably have an idea. It's a Puch Maxi engine. I bought it because it was a good. I think it was a good price. So the carburettor's missing. I'm just going to get out of that packaging so I'm out of shot. Sorry about that. But yeah, there is quite a bit of it there. I can use a carburettor to try and start it. I've got the coils there. The piston of it's supposed to be stuck, so I'm not sure it is stuck. Quite sure how that's gonna, but it might be. We'll have to see. But yeah, I'll bring you just down. We'll have a quick look at it. And there you go. Yeah, it was a good price. Only thing I see missing is actually the carburettor, which I expected that to be. Well, I could see it was missing, but usually people have took them off because you have to take the main carburettor off to get the engine off, and the manifold they might just took it off on the manifold. So it might be able to just squeeze it past, but it's hard. It's a lot easier to take the carburettor off to get it off, but it's all there. I'm sure I can do something with that. It's basically just going to be a spare at the moment, but if I customise one, this might be the engine I work on to customise, but I'd like to sort of see if it goes first. So what my plan's going to be, I'm going to see if I can start this like on the bench or outside on the ground or something and just hold it. It might be quite hard to turn over, that's the only thing. I'm hoping I might be able to turn it over on the coil. Not on the coil, on the flywheel, sorry about that. Yeah, under there on the flywheel, and it may start. But for a start, I'm going to see if I can get it turning. So what I will do off camera, I'll unscrew that and that, and then we'll see if it turns over. Yeah, I've tried to turn it over on there off camera and it's very, very stuck. So I'm going to do what I did with the other two on the mopeds. I'm going to take them bolts out there. I'm going to take the head off and I'm going to see if I can get a bit of movement. Piston could well be stuck, could be seized in there, whatever. But generally there's not a lot go wrong with these. So since I bought it, I want to know if it turns over and it's a runner. And then we'll go from there. See if it's got any play on the bearings, but I'll probably rebuild this engine anyway, and yeah, so we'll see where we're gonna go. But it's nice to have a spare. So I've got the head off now, and yeah, in there much the same as the other ones, in lovely condition, but I think it's stuck. I'm going to put some WD-40 in there just so it's working a little bit. It might not take much to get it moving. I just think it's been sitting. I think the person said it'd been sitting in the back of their shed for a long time, so these things do get stuck. Might have got semi-seized when it was used. That might have been why I got took off. I don't know. But I thought it was well worth buying, and it's some real handy spares on it anyway, if nothing else. So yeah, I'm gonna let it soak for a minute. I'm gonna see if we can get it moving a little bit. If we can get it moving, then head can go back on. See if the decompression valve is stuck or not. It seems to be a little bit stuck, but I don't think that's too bad. I'll just give that a little tap and it should free that off. And yeah, I think in a tub in the shed somewhere I've got the carb off of the silver Puch, so I can put that on, and yeah, we can see if it's a runner. So I thought the piston could have been stuck to the cylinder, but that wasn't the case. It knocked off okay. The problem is down below further than that. For a start, the piston is a bit tight on the little gudgeon pin, and below that I think it's the crank that's seized. So what am I going to do? Well, I'm thinking I'm going to feed it with some WD-40. I might take the piston off so I can give that a good clean, and that gasket will have to be replaced. It's gone very sort of like powdery corroded in there as well on the aluminium. You probably can't see it. I better sit down there a little bit. And I'm going to see if I can get that turning. That is definitely the problem. It's moving okay. Where are we? On the cog there. That all turns, because that doesn't engage until I pull that lever there. So that doesn't engage until there. So that is turning okay. So it's actually is the crankshaft which is the problem. So yeah, I'm going to see if I can get that little pin out there, and then I'll see if I can get the gudgeon pin out as well, and then take that off, and then we'll go from there. So I'll do that off. Well, I suppose you can see me do that. See if I can get a pin out. It's free. I don't want it to go pinging. You still see okay there. I'll try and do it so I'm not too much in your way. Doesn't really matter if I lose it, because I could put a new one in it, but I'd like to try and start this up without it costing me anything, and then at least we can go from there. I need to make sure the piston, I know which way it goes on, because I'll probably have an arrow on it, but I can't see that amongst all the muck and that. It's probably about, well, I think I started making Puches in the late 80s anyway, so it's 30 years old. This is, who knows how long it's been off the moped. So what I'm going to have to do now is I'm going to have to turn that the other way, like so, and then tap that piston out if I can. Try to get a small punch and do that. I apologise now if the camera shakes, because when I'm banging it out it's probably going to shake the bench. Have I got movement? No, I haven't got movement. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take that other pin out as well. So I don't hit it. Yeah, I thought that might have budged, because it is a bit seized but not totally seized, and really I'm doing that against that. I shouldn't be. I might take the piston rings off as well. But I don't risk breaking them. I think they're the same top and bottom. Mind spending on the engine, but it's nice to get it running. which is a good feeling without actually having to spend anything on it to get it running. Then you know you've got a good one. I could do with a block under. Let me just bear with me. I'll get a block to go under there, so I'm going against something. I won't be able to bang this very far, but if it starts to move, I'll take the block out of the way. Oh, nearly missed. That's well and truly stuck. May require a little bit of heat, I think, just to sort of loosen up. I don't want to go too heavy on it though with some heat. See if we have got any movement on there at all. I very much doubt there is. No, there isn't. I think I'm going to just put a bit of heat on that. I just think it's going to be so much easier to do that. And then that pin may come out. I'm not going to, yeah, like I said, I'm not going to go too silly, but that ain't too, it's moving all right. It's just, I want to get that pin out so everything's sort of nice and free. I'm half tempted to try that once more. Oh, actually, I have moved that pin. The pin has moved. So I will probably have another go. I'm just going to have to do that, I think, free without the wood underneath, because I think that might have been stopping it. Yeah, we're winning. I've done enough? Yep. One very nearly. One more little bit, I think. So hopefully that's done it. Where's the top? This is the top of the top. So what I'm just going to do is just at the moment, just clean off a little bit. I know that's the top then. And I'll sort that out later. I'll clean it all up and probably see the arrow on it then. But let you see in there how rusty it's got. Let's have a look in a mess here, but let's have a look in there. And yeah, that crank is, well, that's sort of moving a bit. Didn't really want to have to take this apart, just wanted to try and get it moving. But there's definitely an issue in here. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to just going to sort of work things a little bit off camera, see if we can get a little bit of movement, and then we might be able to get the piston back in, and it might be alright to start, or I might have to strip it down and unseize it. But hopefully I can unseize it without stripping it down. We'll have to see how that goes. I'll be back with you when I've hopefully got a bit of movement. So I'm not sure how well you can see. The light is not very good, but I have got movement, if you can see. And it's going to be a case of working it backwards and forwards. I had some old WD-40 in a can and didn't spray anymore, so I got that out. And as you can see, we have got movement, but not full movement yet. So see if I can get a light better, and we'll see if we can get this free with you watching. So let's see, let's have a go. Could take 5 minutes, it could take 5 hours. I doubt it will take 5 hours, but it is soaking in WD now, and I think once I get a full rotation, it will actually be okay then. Problem is I can't get quite tight up on the vise, and I don't want to go too tight. That's quite nice and free now, that piece is. See, yeah, so it's going more. Once I have one full rotation, I'll be fine then, because I could just keep working it. yeah, we've got it moving. It's going to take some working. I'll show you a better light. Doesn't sound great, to be honest, but it could just be the rust sort of crunching. It's a lot better already. Now I'm going to work that for about a good 5 minutes or so until I'm really happy it spins over really easy, and then we'll go from there. Well, I'm well pleased. Look how easy that's moving over now, and it's no time since I did the last bit of video. There is some play in the bottom bearings. I half expected that. Not a problem, because at one stage I will rebuild this engine. But I'm well pleased with that. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to pop in and have my dinner, and I'm just going to let that soak in. I've got to try and find the gasket set what I bought for the silver Puch, because I'll make one out of some gasket paper, but I'll have the template off the new one to do that. I'm not going to use a new one on this, not at the moment, because that's for the other one. And then yeah, actually I might have one anyway. I think a new one, because I think I bought 2 gasket sets or something. I'm beginning to lose track of what I have bought for Puches. You probably think my channel's going a bit Puch crazy, and you'd be right, but yeah, I'm quite enjoying playing around with these old mopeds. I'm struggling to find spare time at the moment, so any spare time I have I want to try and enjoy, and I'm enjoying working on them. So yeah, so spending a little bit gives me a bit of enjoyment, really. To be honest, some people say this is really really sad, but to be honest, it's really satisfying freeing that up, and yeah, seeing that move like that when it was really stuck. If I just show you in there, if you can see in, I don't know the best place for you to see, probably there, you can see it's got loads of WD in there. So I'm just going to let it soak so it really gets lubricated well. I do think it might rumble a bit when it starts, but I'm sure it will start. And I can't show you actually without really someone else holding the camera, but if I pull up that bit, you can't see where, pull up that bit there and then turn it, that turns where is it, the drive cog, so everything is free in the engine. Don't know whether it's got any oil in the engine. I'll have to look at that before I start it, but all the points in that look good. It come with a coil and everything, so basically everything's there to start it. So yeah, pleased with that. Nothing's leaking out of there, so the seal is all good in there. There's nothing leaking out into the other part of the engine or anything, so I think that's all good. And yeah, you can see how well that's moving now. So I'll let that soak, and then next step will be probably put the piston back in, do that gasket. I'll probably do that off camera because it's pretty straightforward. Then we'll get the head back on, and then we'll be able to go for a start up and see if this engine's a runner. Can't see any reason why it wouldn't be, because obviously you can see this was a problem. I've just been probably seeing I've got water in it at some point or something, and it's possible the carburetor had been taken off and water had got in that way, even though the top of the piston looked okay. And actually, let's have a look at the piston before I leave this part. Yeah, you can see it's not bad. Might be the odd mark on it, but you might half expect that. There's a bit of a line down there. I don't know what it's all about, but it's not it's all smooth, so yeah, that's all right. There's my mark on there. I forget where I said that was top or bottom now. I have to watch the video again. But yeah, I imagine that was top because the rust went in there. Anyway, I can look back at the video. That's the great thing about filming as you go. I've got reference if I need to go down. Time's moved on a little bit now, and I have done a little bit of work on this little E50 Puch engine, and yeah, as you can see, the piston is all back in, all running nice and freely. I've put the head gasket on the top, so basically now I'm just going to put that back on, and I'm going to bolt it up. So I'll just show you again that that's really free now, and it looks in good condition in there. I'm happy with that. So yeah, I'm just going to put that on like so, and there's 4 bolts, but 2 come out of studs, so they can go, well, they'll be easy enough because all I have to do is put a washer on them, but I'll just drop them in there, but I'll do the rest off camera. Is the washer still stuck on there? No, I don't think so. Yeah, so that's what I'll do. I'll just tighten it up, and then we'll see if we can put the carburettor off of the silver Puch on it, and then see if we've got a runner. I think as there's a little bit of play in the crank, I think it might be a little bit rumbly, but I can't see any reason why it won't start, and I have to put a bit of oil in it. So leave that with me. I'll tighten up them 4 bolts, and then we'll get it in position and see if it will start. Well, I've got the engine all rigged up now, carbs on. I've got a fuel tank up there. There, it's got fuel in it. Just checked it's got spark. It's got spark. I've got the throttle down here, all rigged up on the old handlebars. So I'm just going to give it a turn over now, put a choke down. It's quite late, so I won't be able to let it run for long if it starts. Because it's late, that'll be a lot for tonight, but I'll show you it running for longer tomorrow, because I'll come out here tomorrow and start it up. But see how quick it started. That was honestly the first start. So yeah, we have a runner, and it sounded okay for the brief time I had it running. So yeah, moving forward with this one, I'll probably just run it up again, and that'll be in another video, and I'll adjust the carb because it was ticking over a bit fast, and see if we can sort of let it tick over to see what it's like when it's ticking over. Like I said, it was quite late tonight to leave it running for long, but I had been working on it to get it back together tonight, so I just wanted to start it up quickly. And for a change, I actually got a sort of a decent setup. I clamped them in there like that, so the throttle was on there, the exhaust is resting on there. Didn't get hold of that end because it weren't running long enough. And the tank, yeah, like I showed you, it was up there, so it all worked well. And as you saw, it started quick. So yeah, I'm pleased with that. It wasn't very expensive. How much did it cost me? I might have said earlier in the video, I can't remember, because that was filmed about a month ago, probably about a month ago, 3 weeks, a month ago. I think it cost me around about £75 delivered, and these are getting rarer. So, and as I've got a few Puches, as you know, it was nice to have a spare engine. It's totally standard, this one. So yeah, I'll have a little play around with this to see if we can get a little bit more power out of one of these E50 engines, and yeah, might be a bit of fun. I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but at least I know it's a runner. And the next step will probably be, I will probably strip it down and put new bearings in it, yeah, the bottom end will sort of be okay. So like I said, I'll do the bearings and give it a good clean up. It's not too dirty, this one, actually. There's a little bit of muck on it, but it's not too bad at all, really. And yeah, this will be a nice little spare engine to just tuck away in a box for if I ever need it. And yeah, they go. I'll get few and far between now. There's still a few for sale, but they're going up in price. So yeah, you won't be able to get them forever, because these things sort of dwindling away, and they are sort of getting up to 50 years old now. So yeah, sounded okay. So yeah, I'll leave the video there. Hope you enjoyed this little video of this E50, unboxing it, unseizing it, and starting. Yeah, had a good result there, so I'm pleased with that. So yeah, so I'll leave the video there, and yeah, I'll be along with another video again soon. So bye for now.